This is a listing of some different kinds of businesses. We're obviously not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I want you to have a vision of it and how they are utilizing mobile technologies within their companies. Okay? And again, I'll be happy to give anyone who wants it copies of this. Just make sure I get your card and information afterwards. This is another slide, same thing, more additional types of companies and how they're utilizing mobile technologies. All right. So let's talk about your specific businesses. How can mobile technology help your company become more productive and more profitable? Well, first you got to have a strategy. Just like anything else in your business, you have to have a strategy. You have to understand what it is that you're trying to achieve, and you have to develop a plan to do it well. So in order to effectively utilize mobile technology, our advice as a trade association is you need to get your management team together in a room, and you need to do some brainstorming, and you need to ask yourself some of these questions. For example, could mobile technology enable our customers to order and pay for our products and services via their mobile device? Is that something that's feasible or possible, or is it something you're even interested in doing for your type of business? Okay? Could we use social media with our customers on a mobile device? Could we use social media to interact with our customers on a more in-depth level? Could we be doing customer surveys? Could we be gathering information from our customers to get more information about what is going to enable us to serve them better? Okay. Will location-based technologies enable you to more effectively target potential customers? We all know that finding customers is the most important thing that we do. So finding ways to target them effectively while maximizing every dollar that you spend to do so, that's something that mobile can help you with substantially. So maybe that's an area that you want to look at. Can you make your field staff, if you have field staff, if you have salespeople in the field, or if you have technicians in the field, customer service reps, whatever you want to call them, could using GPS technologies to dispatch them and route them to the places they're going to go, could that make them more efficient in getting to customers by a certain time? Could it help you monitor where they are to make sure they're not getting lost? Those kinds of things. That they're being where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. Okay. Can you get more immediate response from your customers by sending offers to their mobile devices? There's a lot of industries that are definitely using this very effectively. For example, the restaurant industry. They're utilizing mobile technologies very effectively for this type of thing. Can you operate your business more effectively if you could access live and up-to-date data instead of waiting on somebody to give you a report? What if you're the CEO of a company that needs to travel a lot for business and things start getting hindered because the people back at the office are hesitant to make decisions until you've seen a report and you've had time to evaluate it and you have to make a decision? And that can't happen until you get to your email or whatever. Wouldn't it be better if you could just use that mobile device, access your company's data, and be able to make a decision right there and text them a message and say, okay, do this, go. Wouldn't that be more efficient? Okay. Would your staff be more productive and able to communicate more effectively if they had company-provided mobile devices? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of companies right now are saying, bring your own mobile device. But that also presents a lot of challenges that you have to consider, and that's one of the things that we as a trade association try to help you as a company evaluate. You could also be asking, can mobile technologies make your supply chain process more efficient? There are mobile technologies that can enable you to really restructure your inventory management processes so you know exactly what you have, where you have it, when you're starting to run low, when you need to order, where it's going to come from, how long it's going to get there, where it is in the transport process. Mobile technologies can help with all of these things, so you can utilize them to make your product management, your inventory management process more productive. Okay? Can mobile marketing increase your response rates? Mobile marketing is one of the most cost-effective methods of marketing. And I can tell you, I was a marketing director for national companies for 25 years. And I can tell you that if I had had mobile marketing available to me when I was marketing companies, I would have had a lot more success in a lot of companies that I worked for. It is extremely cost-effective. It has extremely high response rates. To give you just a very basic example, many companies are still doing a lot with direct mail. Your average response rate to a direct mail piece, if you're lucky, is 2 to 3%. Whereas on average, your response rate to a text message program is between 12 and 15%. And there are some companies that are seeing response rates as high as 50 and 60%. That's 50 and 60. Okay? It's unheard of. The other thing that you should understand is 97% of people who get a text message look at it within 15 minutes. Do you? Okay. You may not necessarily take action on it right away, but you look at it. When I was a marketing director, I can tell you, if 97% of people actually looked at a marketing message I sent out, I would be thrilled to death. Because most times it was more like that 2 to 3%, which meant I was wasting 97% of the money I was spending. Okay? Could you increase your customer and prospect engagement with your website with mobile technologies? Can you be utilizing text messaging or QR codes or something to send to a mobile optimized version of your website? Okay? That's something you should think about, and that's something you definitely want to make sure. Today you not only need a regular standard website, but you need to have a mobile optimized version of that website. People expect it. Okay? Can mobile technologies be used to make trade shows and conferences more productive for your firm and increase the return on investment for your engagement in those types of events? Absolutely it can, and we would love to be able to talk with you about specifics of how you can do that. We also have blogs, and we also have articles on our website, all of those kinds of things that we can refer you to. Can mobile technologies assist you in the hiring and training process? Absolutely. Absolutely. You could hire somebody, you could put them through a training program, they can do the whole thing on their mobile device. You can be monitoring them while they're in the field and the learning curve. There's a variety of things that can be done. Okay? Can mobile technologies improve communications with your staff? Of course it can. Mobile communications is the standing point of what mobile is all about. Honestly, talking on a mobile device these days is the least of what is being done on mobile devices. Okay? And many, many other questions, obviously related specifically to the type of business that you have. And certainly if this is something that you're looking at doing and you'd like to get more specific into what your particular type of business might be able to get benefit from, I'd be happy to have some of those conversations with you and refer you to some of our members who provide those services and those types of things. Okay? But where to start? Let's talk about some of the basics on where you can start if you're thinking about this. Look at the area of communication. That would be some place we would suggest you start first. Do you want to have your employees bring their own devices, BYOD, or do you want to provide company devices for your staff? There's pros and cons on both sides. So you need to do some research. We can certainly help you with that, but you need to do some research to determine which way you want to go in your company. Policies. Just like anything else you're doing in your company, you must have a policy to make sure that your company is protected, all of your company data, particularly if you're allowing employees to bring their own devices and then access your company data. You know, who's paying the bill? What happens if the person leaves the company? How is your company going to be protected? How can you make sure that this employee can no longer access that data? What's going to prevent them, even while they're working with you, with sharing something with someone that they shouldn't? Those kinds of things. You have to have policies put in place, and we can refer you to companies that can help you develop those policies. Field staff, if you have field staff, Do you need to track or dispatch people? Do you need off-site payment capabilities? Wouldn't that make things a lot easier in a lot of cases? Do you need off-site access to real-time data? Would that make it easier for your salespeople to close a sale? Customer service. What will improve customer service and what role can mobile technology play in facilitating that? Operations of your business. Can real-time analytics make you more productive and more profitable? In most cases, I would say yes. Can we save more money by having more effective supply chain and inventory management? What about marketing? Can using mobile marketing, do you need an app? Everybody says you need an app. Do you need an app? What are the most effective mobile marketing technologies for your type of firm? For some firms it's an app. For other firms it's a mobile website. For other firms it's text messaging or QR codes or a myriad of other types of things. So there's a lot of things that you need to evaluate. You need to do some research. We can help you get some education. We can refer you to companies that you can talk with and you can get expertise. It's just like any other part of your business. You have to research it, you have to understand it. You have to start small and work your way up until you figure out what is going to work best for your business. You have to have a budget. You have to understand what it is you're trying to achieve. Okay? How do you integrate into your existing marketing plan? Here's one thing I will tell you about mobile marketing. Mobile marketing is not a standalone medium. It does not work well by itself. It needs to be integrated with everything else that you are doing to market your company. If you are solely dependent on mobile marketing, it's not going to help you. But it needs to be incorporated in with your direct mail or with your website or with your radio or with your TV or your print campaign or your in-store signage or whatever it is that you're doing to market your business. You need to figure out how to make these things work together. And again, that's something that we can help with. We do often do seminars and webinars on mobile marketing specifically where we delve into that more deeply. But our panel definitely today is going to be helping with us to go over some of that briefly. So from these questions, a mobile strategy starts to evolve for your firm. So I want to try to be cognizant of time and get us back on schedule as much as possible. So I'm going to go through this next section really, really fast. You're going to have some questions about it. I'll be happy to answer them afterwards, okay? But the idea behind this is I want to be able to show you some visual examples of different types of mobile technologies and sort of how they're being used. You'll probably have questions and not really understand some of it. I'll be happy to chat with you about it afterwards.